Hello, 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 everybody, everybody. What's cracking? What's up? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the sea, people of everywhere. This is crazy. When one door closes, another one opens, guys. It's just, that say where you gotta realize and open your eyes to different things, guys. I'm not sure, this video might be all over the place, but what I do know in life is that is that when one door shuts, another one opens. I have seen this multiple times throughout my entire life, and I accept a lot of the chapters in life, guys. The chapters in life, there it is real, guys, and I'm telling you, it is real. Now, like I said, this video might be all over the place because it is. Because I just want to vent on this subject, and I don't know. My neighbors are going crazy trying to fix their car or something. And then if you hear a motorcycle in the back, they're doing random stunts over here with their dirt bike. I don't know why. With no helmet. Hello, hello, welcome in. So I just want to, this is the type of video where it's kind of all over the place. This kind of talk, really. If you know my channel and you know it by now, you can, if you don't know, you can review some of my history of the channel, my topics and stuff. But the other day, well, not the other day, but previously in my live streams, I had vented out on a certain subjects, on like lots of subjects. And I gotta say, I think I just closed the door to something that needed to be closed. And it's the next chapter in my life, and I feel so good. Now, please elaborate. Well, if you see my video, not the last one I did, because that one was a red flag one, but I did something. I said something that I lost myself, and I gotta say, by the way, guys, my throat's going crazy. I gotta say that night that I had lost myself, I gained myself completely. So one door literally shut and another one open. Hold on. These notifications, I'm crazy. Let me see. I gotta drink my H2O. But I gotta say, that day that I lost myself was the day that I had realized. The day that I had realized a whole bunch of stuff about myself. And I am so happy to announce that I am over this person that I was talking about in the video. Now, it is wild because I have learned to accept that it's a next chapter in life. If me and that other person get on good terms later in the future, we can get on good terms, because I have a feeling we might get on good terms. But for right now, I'm actually closing the door on that chapter. It runs deep for me. And again, if you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you can go watch some of my live streams and you can catch up and see why I feel like I feel. I should have said this in the beginning. This is my channel, so I kind of like vent out and I talk and elaborate on randomness. So, I met some people that day, And Saturday, no, last Saturday is when that happened. This Saturday, guys, I gotta tell you, this Saturday, what's passed up, not talking about right now, but on Saturday, I had went out with some of my homies that I had met that day at the bar. And it's wild to think about. Oh my god, these people. I don't know if y'all can hear the dirt bike, but it's so. A dirt bike is so annoying to hear. Is that just me? I don't know why. When I hear a dirt bike, all I can think about is a fly flying around me, and I'm like, ugh, what the heck? Get out of here, you know? I don't know. It's just annoying hearing dirt bikes. But yeah, off topic. It's just these people are just riding around and just it gets me distracted. But yeah, so that night I was like, I'm there for myself. I knew this person was gonna be at the bar because I thought they were a regular. In my eyes, he's a regular because he goes out every single weekend. This person literally parties to the max to over there. And I'm up all ears, and I know that it's close by his house. But you know what? I just said, F it. If he's there, he's there. And you know what? I felt so good. It was scary in the beginning. Like I was like, oh my god, he's here at the bar. I don't want to bump into him. I don't want to run into him. Like I feel like I just literally shut the door on that chapter. Literally. And it feels so good. When I saw him, I felt like I didn't even give a F. Like, my feelings, they went somewhere that I don't even know. That day that I lost myself, if you, again, you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It is insane how much I felt. And let me see if I. It's just whenever I'm on my tablet, it doesn't show all the live streams that I've done. I have to put them on a playlist. No, I don't have it on the playlist. Hello, welcome in. Guys, oh. Let's see, videos. And also the sun is setting, guys. The sun is setting. It's just, well, actually the sun's setting, right? I don't know, but I'll put it in the playlist. I'll put it in the playlist, and y'all can look at it from there. But I'm just venting out. When one door closes, the other one opens, because of the way I see things in life. And it's so crazy because that night I sent it too, and I was just, having the time of my life while that person was still around, and it felt so good. I met like a lot of people that night when I went to the bar on Saturday. I met a lot of people, and I vibed with a lot of people at the bar. And it felt so good to express my feelings. And I'm all like, I don't know, it was like a weird chapter, weird closing the door, on someone that I once cared for. And it's all like, it just feels weird. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I said, this video might be all over the place. I'm just kind of like vent mode. I'll put that on there, vent mode. Let me look at these people, because they're fixing the car. I'm just making sure they don't touch my car. Whenever it comes to life and reality, I see the facts that when you're in a relationship with a person, let's just go with relationship, boyfriend or girlfriend. it's okay to close the door on some relationships. Sometimes you just gotta walk out and go somewhere else. I knew this couple. I knew this couple. Oh, this one goes deep. This one goes deep, guys. Because there's many couples out here like this. I knew this couple that it was kind of toxic for both of them, and they would get jealous and normal couple things. Like I said, couples, it's just that's the way it goes. And from time to time they would argue, and I heard them argue. They were here in my apartment one time and they started arguing, and I had to take her home, and it was just like a whole big mess. But that person blossomed and found themselves by so much getting destroyed by this person, because that's what a person could do to you once you've been destroyed. Hold on. Once you've been destroyed by a person and their feelings and the emotions, it's it. It's game over, because that is a closing of the door where a lot of people need to understand and just like accept it. And it hurts, yes it does, but sometimes when we love someone so much, we do have to let go and let go of our feelings. Like, I don't know, like I said, it's kind of like all over the place, but in my opinion, I felt like those two needed to separate, and I was like, bro, I need to, one saying one thing, another one saying you're manipulative, another one saying, like, they're both going back and forth, and then now they're separated, and I'm all like, she's living her best life, literally. She's going out. I mean, I support someone that really wants to go out and explore and live their best life. I had made a video about what type of single people are you, types of single people. And if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. But it's all like, she found peace in herself. Now that she doesn't have, like, anytime that you bring him up, she's all like, I don't want to talk about that person. I don't want to talk about that. You start hating the person that you once loved. It's so crazy. And that's that's another concept of me saying, when one door closes, another one opens. Because it opens an opportunity in your eyes to basically be expressive of your own life. I don't know if that even makes sense, but I don't know. It's so connecting how the universe sends us these signals, but we just gotta figure it out. You have to figure it out if you want to keep a person in your life. If you don't, ghosting. I just made a whole video too about ghosting. Ghosting, you're a coward. If you ghost, you don't know how to communicate, period. You don't know how to communicate to the other person. Hello, hello, diamonds. What's up, what's up? Because you work out your problems. You don't just run away, block a person. The only time you try to block a person in your life is if they're actually being toxic and they're trying to stalk you, and that's when you block. When they go too far, the man or the woman goes too far, that's when you block them. If they go too far in your boundaries, such as, like, let's say for me, for instance, where I had a homie G that I used to work with. Hello, hello. Don't ghost, make French toast. Right? Make some dang French toast. That I'm talking about opening and closing a door. If you've seen my last live streams before, I made literally a long live stream how I lost myself and I gained myself that day, and I had to literally basically delete a person out of my mind that I knew that someday it was gonna happen. Like I knew one day I was going to not talk to this person again and he was going to ghost me. And so like I learned to accept that, and I just found it so weird how we were in the same bar, and I just had so many like, ugh, get the heck away from me. Like I literally felt like I wanted to growl at him and just like, get away, like literally attack him and be like, what the, you hurt my feelings and f you, So like, I am proud of myself for actually letting that person go and ending that chapter in my life and opening a door to another reality. I I literally I just made a live stream like I don't know, probably maybe last season or this season of season 6, but I don't know the definition of a friend. I never had one. And I said, "How do you make friends?" I've never been the type of person, and I am changing before my even. I'm blossoming, closing a whole bunch of doors in myself, and I'm literally proud of myself. And I made a live stream too about how am I not that antisocial anymore? Because I don't feel like I'm. I mean, literally, it's so weird. Give me a second. Hold on. It's so weird. I confused my own self by opening a door to another chapter, and literally I confused myself. We're gonna put the other light in a bit. Oh, we got stigmatism here. Hold on, let me check on these people because they're working on their car next to mine. I guess it has to do with coolant. But I'm proud of myself for making an amazing decision to leave this person behind. This person is my grandma's neighbor, and that single night that I freaking went crazy. Like, um, I didn't get home until like 5:30 in the morning, and it's crazy because where was I going with this before I got distracted? Okay, I was saying that I don't know how to make friends. I never did. I never could. And I'm over here talking to random people, making what? I mean, they're not friends, but they're homies that I've met at the bar. But I'm over here drinking, and I'm just realizing. I'm letting a lot of people in my life. They're amazing people. They vibe with me. I vibe with them, and it's all like, is that what it took? Because when I go to the bar, sometimes I go by myself. There's one particular bar I go by myself because I'm all like, now that I'm not that antisocial, which is wild. I don't know. It's wild because I can pick up a conversation with someone that I don't even freaking know. And the fact that I was at the bar that day and just freaking, talking to everybody, chatting with the musician, chatting with the singer, chatting with the bartender, and I'm all like, it's crazy. Like, I'm just communicating with these people. I don't know. So I gotta say that's another checklist off of my, I don't know, I can't say to-do list, but something that I achieved. So shoot, I gotta have to. Mm, I achieved this year how to communicate with other people and make friends. What? Huh? Huh? This is another side of me I've never seen in my whole entire life, and I don't know how to chit chat with people. And I'll tell you, when one door closes, another one opens, guys. I completely let myself open up and blossom. I'm even trying to see, like, there's this one coworker that always asks me to go out to eat with him or whatnot. And mind you, I have a boundary to where it's like, my boundary is I don't go out with coworkers at all. But you know what? I feel like opening a door to another path and saying to myself, stop being so scared. Basically, the reason why I do not and I have that boundary is because there's work ethics and there's party mode and there's like chilling, get to know each other, and I don't want to mix all that in the sauce, you know? So my boundary is that, but here's the catcher. Ever since that night happened and I gained myself, I feel like I want to change some ways of thinking because yeah, I don't I don't like mixing workers coworkers with, you know, environmental stuff other than work. But that I'm willing to make an exception with one person at work. One person. Because I'm like, you know what? The person that work in the same department, they work in a different department. But I'm like, I can try that and see how it feels. Because when you go out to eat with someone and your coworker, it just feels weird for me because I don't do it. And I'm all like, I'm willing to open the door and close the chapter, close the door to me not going out with coworkers because of my bad experience that I had and I'm talking about a long time ago. So I'm all like, maybe another door is gonna open and close, and that's another chapter. And mind you, I'm just living my own life too. I'm living my own life and trying to do the best I can. Okay, we are okay. A couple more minutes. I'll put that little light on. It's getting dark. I got a new light. Oh, I forgot about this. But guys, we gotta take the opportunity that we can. I think of it this way. This may sound so dumb of me saying it this way, but maybe it'll make sense in my brain, but maybe not others. Okay, I think of it as this. Okay, when I say when one door closes, another one opens. When uh, let's just say open opportunities, guys. There's a lot of open opportunities that we need to take. We need to take chances. We need to take risks. We need to open the door to another chapter. And we need to learn how that. A lot of people out here can't. Some folks are still living with their parents because they're so scared in life to open the door to another chapter in life. I understand like that rent is over 1,000. I understand that people are like, I can't move out of my parents' house. That's understandable. Maybe because you're helping them and they're helping you. But some days, sooner or later, we need to close that door and open another one. Sooner or later. And I find it very amusing. I find it very amusing whenever I see it in front of me. When I see someone change right in front of you. Give me a second. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going to put the light on. I just have to step in front of the camera. You can barely see anything. But there's this new thing I got. Look at this. You can see it in the background. You see it? It's crazy, huh? That's my new light. crazy, huh? We're gonna leave it on that one. I need to put batteries in the remote. I bought that on Amazon, but I saw it on TikTok Shop. But look at that, it changes colors if you saw through the little hole. But okay, again, hear me out. Hear me out. You know, I have been working so amazed. Well, it's sticky, but I've been alone for so long to where it's like I feel very comfortable. And whenever a new change happens, I tend to not like a new change. But sometimes you do have to have new changes to get through something. When you have these open opportunities, you need to take it and run. I, myself, I have boundaries. Those boundaries are pretty high. My standards are pretty high. But I'm willing, and I say willing, to bend them, to bend the rules basically a little bit, and stop, worrying about things. It's sticky. It really is sticky because it's hard to put it in a specific way to where it makes sense in other people's brain, in other words. But closing the door in that chapter was crazy. It is crazy to me because, again, he's my grandma's neighbor, and then when I was off the next day, I didn't feel anything. I did not feel nothing. I didn't feel no interest in this person at all. And it's crazy because after you hurt someone so much, their feelings, your feelings towards them change just like that. And I haven't felt that way in forever. And I mean forever. This is over 8 years already. And I'm like, gosh, you know what? It feels like we done broke up. That's what it felt. That's what it feels like. Let's just say that. Me and this person, we just broke up. Let's just say that. And you're opening a door to another chapter that you've never read. But I don't know. Like I said, it's sticky because it's like, I don't know. We need to open our eyes a little bit more and think about those opportunities in life. That person, I've known them for almost a year. We were literally one day, a couple of days, and it'll be a year. But you know what? F it. That's what I said. I said that day, all day long. I said, F it. I don't care anymore. And it helped so much for that person to be there at the same time at the bar. And they're going to continue. I'm going to continue going to the bar, whether this person likes it or not. And I'm just going to vibe with everybody there. Everybody there that night was crazy because they were telling me about him and about what he does. And I understand what he does. They were just telling me from different perspectives. And it's funny because they're like, oh yeah, all the chicks, they run away from him. Like he comes to the building and everybody's like, well, scout, it's this guy again. I started laughing. I'm cracking up jokes over here. And then I met a chick too, that one time we were at the bar together, me and that person, and she's all like, she goes up to me, run. She says, run away from him. Get away from him. I'm letting you know, run. And then after that, like that kept sticking on my head because the way she sounded. And I'm like, oh, he's just a neighbor. Like he's just my neighbor. And then that happened. And then this happened. And then, yeah, the other time that, she was at the bar and I met her in person, I just kept, I'm just repeating that, and I told her, man, it was so hilarious for you to say that, like, run, towards this person. And I wanted to know why. My curious self wanted to know why. I did. I wanted to know why, and I saw the reality why, and I closed this chapter to another one. But it feels so good when you do so, guys. I'm just letting you know now. When you open your eyes, when one door closes, another one shuts, and another one opens. Maybe the door opens double way. Maybe it's an automatic door. We don't know. But an opportunity to go forward in life is there. Kind of like oxygen, guys. When a house is on fire and you have the door closed, what happens? Y'all let me know. Maybe you know the answer. When the door's open and it stays open and you have a fire in your house, what happens then? So if you close the door, that's it. The fire is not going to keep going to inside. Like, basically you need oxygen. And you need a lot of pressure, a lot of oxygen. So closing the door could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. But you don't know until you figure it out and you find out. So as confusing as that sounds, it makes sense in my brain. I don't know about yours. No, I don't know about yours, but just hear me out. I have seen multiple people that I feel like they need to get pushed to a limit and close the dang door and open a new one. Don't be so scared. We need to encourage ourselves to not be so scared of what's going to happen next. And a lot of relationships are like that. And I'm all like, girl, just leave. Or man, just leave. Mostly it's the girls. But it's like, girl, just leave. Leave that person. Leave them alone. It's hard. I know. It is. I've been there. And I just recently been there. And it's all like, just close the door and open a new one to another chapter. I don't know. I don't know if you know that makes sense. But yeah, I'm proud of anybody that does and anybody that sees a reality check. I saw a reality check and I love it. And I freaking loved it. And I'm still loving it. And all I can say is F Carlos. Well, I said it on the internet. I sure did. You hopefully might see this video. Hopefully not. I don't know. But hey, we're talking about you. And you just basically opened a new door for me, and I closed the door and I left it shut until we figure it out. Who knows? Maybe never. But when one door opens, another one closes, and another one opens, another one closes. We don't know if it's automatic. So you're like, well, so what if the door is automatic? You step up. That's on you. Sometimes it be like that though, when you go into a store and they're automatic doors and they're sliding, and you're over here like, okay, open up, and the door don't open. Anyways, guys, thank you, Diamonds, for coming in. I made it a tad bit longer because you were here. That is my new light. It looks weirder ish because I think We got the stigmatism going on over here. But I'll change the colors too. But yeah, so when one door closes, another opens. Hear me out. Just kind of like a vent live stream. Thank you again, Diamonds, for being here. And if you see this video, also in the future, let me know. When was the opportunity for you that you found that closing a door and opening a new door? Let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.